it's Betsy, and today we have a fun video. We're gonna be testing out the new palette by Nomad Cosmetics, and it's the Iceland Fire and Ice palette. Now, if you look at the writing on this palette and on the outside unicarton, I think that the way that land, elves, and ice, I think that's Icelandic. I could be wrong, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure. So this product is vegan and cruelty free, and it retails for $37, which is not bad. The outside of the packaging looks like this. So the unicarton is more of like that matte finish, but it has some sparkle in with some of the, I think that's icebergs on there. But on the actual palette itself, it's more textured. I'm not sure if it's picking up on camera, but it is more textured. And then when you open her up, remove the clear, it looks like this. So there are 15 shades, and I am excited for this color story. And then each time you order from Nomad, you get a nice little personalized postcard, which I think is a great touch. So what it says on Nomad's website is, it says, welcome to the fiery and icy, quirky Iceland. A warm and cool toned, intense eyeshadows formulated with extra fine pigments for stunning color payoff, 7 majestic mattes, 6 glimmering shimmers, and 2 dazzling duochromes, all inspired by the land of fire and ice, infused with cloudberry seed oil to help moisture and protect your skin. So we're excited to play with this. So we're gonna start off by swatching it, but I'm gonna try to get this and show you up close. I don't know if that drives people nuts, but I'm not sure if my camera will focus on it. We just turned off the autofocus. But if you look right here on that shade, there's like a little gnome. And then this one down here has a gnome pressed into it. But I will tell you that these impressions on this palette, the stamp, whatever that they used, is gorgeous. Like, they've got some that looks like ice breaking. You have a little gnome, snowflakes, fire, rock, and then just these little pretty ones. And then that's another little gnome. You can see it better on there. But yeah, we're gonna start off by swatching, do a look, wipe that one away, and then do the look I'm gonna wear for the rest of the day. So if I butcher this, I am sorry. I don't speak, I'm not sure what language is spoken in Iceland, but yeah. So we have Frigg. Ooh, that feels nice. We're gonna go down rows. This is God's Waterfall. Then we have Niflheim. And last but not least is River Glacier. These feel amazing. Frigg, God's Waterfall, Niflheim, and Water Glacier. I have a wipey. And this to kind of help keep my hands clean. Then we have Elves. I love the name of that. That is a beautiful color. Nord, Helka, and Muspelheim. I'm butchering that. So Elves, Nord, Helka, however you say that. I feel bad. I feel bad. But yeah. Then we have Hell. That is a gorgeous color. Odin, Gallows Lava, that is gorgeous, and Dark Castles. So we have Hell, Odin, which I know who Odin is. He's the high god. So there's that. I'm gonna have to wipe. Let's see if we can. Gallows Lava, I really like that color. And then that is Dark Castles. These are gorgeous, y'all. Like, I cannot wait to play with this. I own 2 other Nomad palettes, the Cartagena Magica and the Orient Express, but this color story definitely speaks to me more. Then we have Altham, that is beautiful. Northern Lights, and Valkyrie. I love Valkyrie. So, Altham, Northern Lights, Valkyrie. So pretty. So pretty. So as you can see, it kind of turned my white balance off a little bit by showing you that, but we will get there. So I think what I want to do is do more of a green look to start with, and then we will do a blue look to kind of match what I'm wearing to stay on my eyes the rest of the day. So first I'm going to dip into the shade Odin, because those are the colors that I'm more interested in playing with. Oh, that is pigmented. So let's blend that in. That is a beautiful, beautiful color. That's like a gray sage green. It's very, very different. So I like that. There is some kick up in the pan, but these colors are so pigmented that I come to expect it. I don't mind kick up in the pan. I know a lot of people do, but for me, I don't mind it because that typically means that the shadows are going to be easier to blend and to work with. But look how easy that's going on. I mean, my goodness. This is speaking my love language. Greens are my love language. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a BK Beauty 202, which is a little bit smaller tapered brush. We're gonna go into the shade Dark Castles, which is like the charcoaly brown is the best way to describe it. Oh yeah, see how I just gently touched, and that is pigment, y'all. Look how easily that just blended. Oh yeah. This thing's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna go back into my 201 just to kind of go over the edge to blend everything together. But this color scheme, so pretty. And then what I'm gonna do is take my finger and go into the shade Gallows Lava. Looks like this, and apply it all over the lid. I would typically use a glitter glue, but because I'm wiping this off to do another look, I figured I would just use my finger. Because this is more to test the shadows and see how they perform versus, you know, a full-on, this is going to be the wear test of the palette. I am going to do a wear test of the palette, but it's going to be with the blues. And then I'm grabbing Northern Lights, which is that green, to apply that to the inner corner. Like, I don't know if the camera is doing this justice, but, and y'all let me know because I just changed everything up, so it is a little different. But y'all, look how pretty this is. I mean, yes, it's not my normal smooth, like, there we go. But see how pretty that is? I'm in love. I'm in love. Like, I want to play with these colors some more. And I just got in my Divina shadows, so you will probably see with me play with these mattes with those because I really like the mattes. So we're just gonna wipe that away using the makeup wipe, because that's how we roll over here. Take the dry side of the makeup eraser. This is the Elf brand. It's kind of like the face halos, and just wipe that off. Gonna take the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base in the shade Fair, because now we're gonna play with some blues. I am excited for this. Like, I was worried because there's been so many blue palettes lately that, and I'm not always the biggest blue lover. I mean, let's be quite frank. I know a lot of people love blues, but I am typically like, I love greens. And when I saw this, I was like, at least there are some greens, because, you know, I love green eyeshadow. I have made that statement very clear with how many looks and stuff you've seen me do with green eyeshadow. Just kind of going over, blending everything out. Give myself a good base. Okay, I have the Elf eye tapes. Now we're gonna do a Betsy look. Okay, let's grab one of these clippies to hold my hair out of my face. I did my hair with the Dyson Airwrap. That thing is lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Let me grab that. It does my hair so easily. I mean, it's not even funny. Okay. I look a little off, but I was off yesterday too. I don't know what it was. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Okay. So what I think I want to start with is I'm going to grab another BK Beauty 201. And I want to start with the shade right here, Frig, which is like the lightest color, because I'm going to use that as my transition. See how pretty that is? That is a beautiful color. Beautiful. And I love the variety that is in this palette. I think that is super interesting. You know, typically you're not gonna get a color story like this. That's part of the thing, is like, I feel like it's super unique. Iceland's one of those places that seems like it'd be cool to visit, but I am not much of a plane traveler. Anybody else like that? How do you get over not being a plane traveler? You know what I mean? That looks beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to grab, this is a BK Beauty 202, little bit deeper, and we're gonna go into the shade Nord right here. That's a pretty color. That's more of like your denim blue. So that definitely has more of a blue feel to it. So you can see how it just added a little bit of depth. I'm trying to make sure y'all can still see everything that I'm doing. But yeah, let me know what you think of this shooting a setup, because it is a little different. And I don't think I've filmed a palette one yet here. Probably not, because this is only the second palette video of the month, because yeah, nothing wanted to come in. But isn't that pretty? I love that. I love it so much. Just kind of going over the edges to make sure everything's nice and blended. I'm loving that shade. I'm going to use the same brush and go into the shade Niflheim. I think that means angel. I could be wrong. Which is more of like a slate blue. And we're going to just take and deepen up that outer crease. Oh, that's pretty. This is giving me very good monochromatic vibes, but it's not your standard royal blue or even navy blue. You know what I mean? Like, it's soft, which I don't mind. Okay. So I think I'm going to take one more color. I'm going to grab, this is a Refer number 13. And we're going to go into the shade Dark Castles right here, which is that deepest shade, just to add the tiniest bit of depth to the outside. You see what I'm saying? Not a whole lot, but see how that just added a little bit more drama, which is, you know, I like a little bit of drama. There we go. I wanted to still keep it blue, but I just wanted it a little bit more. Okay, so now it's time to apply the glitter glue. I'm just wiping off the brush that I used to apply the clean canvas eye base with the makeup wipe and then drying it off with this. We're gonna apply a little bit of glitter glue. Yeah. And I think I want to use the shade God's Waterfall on this look because I think I want to keep it more monochromatic. There we go. Just spread that out. I may even use one of the new liners from the Melt. This is interesting. So we're going into God's Waterfall. So it is picking up nicely on the brush. That's a pretty color. Beautiful, beautiful shimmer to it. I love the way that that applied. Yes, yes, yes. But I want to do a little something extra, so I'm going to take the shade Elves, which is like that kind of duochrome, and just kind of pat it over the top. You see how much depth that gave it? Like, it's just took it up a notch, which we like to do over here. Okie dokie. This is so pretty. So pretty. Okie dokie. Look at that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go off camera, do the rest of my face, and then come back and do the lower lash line and talk about my thoughts on this palette. Okay, so I'm back and I have the rest of my face on. I used the Just a Tint from ColourPop and Treasure Island on my lips. I used the Steel eyeliner from the new Blueprint collection by Melt. So I have that in my waterline, and I did a baby wing and then highlight because look at this glow. I'm using the Space Age Prophecy by Kaleidos. I need to work on the white balance on here because it keeps going a little dark. So that's one thing it used to do automatically. So now we need to do our lower lash line. So I think I'm gonna take the shade Valkyries. I think that we're gonna try using a shimmer, and we're going to apply that under. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Under both. See, so, you know, with makeup, it is fun. So you can play with whatever you want to. So I really like how that came out. Okay, apply a little bit of mascara. Let's hopefully not put on as much as I have in the past. So yeah, we're gonna play with the coloring some. You see how much brighter it just got? It's supposed to be on auto, but I'm hoping that it keeps changing too much in between. But you know, it is what it is. Now we need to apply something in the inner corner. So I'm gonna go for the shade right here, which is called River Glacier. That lightest bright blue. There we go. So pretty. So pretty. Now let's go over my thoughts on the new Iceland Fire and Ice palette by Nomad. Okay, so I adore this color story. I think the shadows performed beautifully. Isn't that a beautiful color story? And I did use 6, 9, 10, 11 out of the 15 shades, so that's not too bad. And I mean, I think that they perform really, really well. The shimmers are lasting. They're not creasing too bad. Like, I always get some creasing because of the way my eyes are hooded, but overall, I am impressed. So if you are looking to purchase a new blue palette, this would be a palette I would recommend. But remember, you don't always need new makeup. It's if you want it or not. Sorry, I accidentally hit the stop record button. But yeah, no, it's not something you need. But if it's something you want and you can afford it, go for it. But I love it. And this was not sent to me. It's not PR. I paid for it myself. But yeah, I am in love with this color story. I think it turned out beautiful. So I guess that's it. So we'll see y'all later. Bye.